All right, guys, these are the things that you're going to need to follow along with me on the video and to complete today's lesson. So go ahead and pause it if you need to go gather those things. This is workbook page 20. It's the side we're going to focus on. We're not going to do the other side. Lesson 1.7 is all about making sure that we line up our place values correctly when we're adding. Okay. So if we take a look at these three problems here. It says when you add, it is important that you add digits in like places. So we've talked about digits before. The digits are 0 through 9, and they are the symbols we use to make numbers. It says look at these addition exercises. So you're going to start to get some addition exercises that are written horizontally, okay, meaning they go left to right. And then it's your job to write them vertically, but all three of these have been written incorrectly. And so we want to talk about the mistake that appears in all three of these real quick. So if I were to look at the horizontal writing of this addition problem, something that I might do is just underline the ones place. And then I would make sure that those are lined up and then carry on to the left. Like keep writing so that everything else lines up. So when I look here, I notice that the 9 and the 7, which are both in the ones place, those are the digits in the ones place, are not lined up. So this one, the 8 is in the ones and the 9's in the ones. And again, they're not lined up. The 2 is in the ones, the 6 is in the ones, and they're not lined up. Okay. In all of these, we have a ones place digit that is underneath, or so for here, the ones place is getting added to the tens. The hundreds is getting added to the ones, and so on. So it's all mixed up. So we want to practice aligning places, which this just means to line up in order. It's nice and neat, okay? So problem number 2, we have 2,647 plus 38. So what I would do is I would underline the ones place and make sure that when I'm writing that, they are lined up. So I would have 2,647, and I know I want that 8 underneath the 7 because I underlined those as the ones place. And then we would just add. And again, you can choose the group above method or the group below method. So we have 7 plus 8 is 15. That's 15 ones. It's greater than 10, so I'm going to need a new group. This will be 8. The value of that place value is less than 10, so I will not need a new group. And then 6 plus nothing is 6. 2 plus nothing is 2. Number 3, let's underline our ones place. So we have 156 plus 83,291. I'm going to underline the 6 and underline the 1. The nice thing about addition is that you can actually add your numbers in any order. So if you prefer to have the larger number on the top of the addition problem, you can. And that's actually how I prefer it. So I'm actually going to write that one first. And again, my 6 and my 1 are lined up. Okay. Or you could write it like this, but I think it's trickier. So I would want my 1. For me personally, it's just trickier to have the smaller number on top and to make sure that everything's lined up. So I actually prefer this one, but you will get the same answer, okay? I'm going to go ahead and do this one with the group below method just to remind you of what it is. So 1 plus 6 is 7. It's less than 10, so no new groups. 9 plus 5 is 14, so I'll put my 4 there. I need a new group because it's greater than 10. 2 plus 1 is going to be 4. And then 3 and 8. So 83,447. Number 4, the 9's in the ones place and the 6 is in the ones place. I'll go ahead and do another group below because that one only had one. So 6 plus 9 is 15. It's greater than 10, so I need a new group. 8 plus 1 is 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. It's 10 or higher, so I'll need a new group. 9 plus 4 plus 1 will be 14. Need a new group, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So as a reminder, the new groups below is really good for those of you who might forget to add the groups when you place them above, okay? 6 is in the ones, 7 is in the ones. So 135,826 plus 927. My ones places are aligned, and if I make sure the ones are aligned, then everything else just falls in place. 6 plus 7 is 13. Need a new group. 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. No new group. This will be 17. Need a new group. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then 3, 1. And I'll do number 6. The 2 and the 9 are in the ones place. I'm going to make sure that those get lined up. Nine and 2 is 11. I'll go ahead and group above this time. This will be 13, 8, 13. You can go ahead and complete number 7. And then I do want you to do the check your understanding. It says copy the 3 addition exercises in exercise 1 above, aligning the places correctly, then add to find the correct sums. This is an answer to an addition problem. Okay. So what you'll do on a separate sheet of paper, or you could even do it on the back of 1.7 homework, is correct these mistakes. So these are not lined up correctly. So you're going to make sure they're lined up correctly and then give the correct answer, okay? And then you can have an adult check those. And then your homework that I want you to do is going to be homework 1.7, okay? You're going to copy each exercise, lining up the place values correctly, so that means aligning them. So that's numbers 1 through 8. And then 9 and 10, we have a table, okay? This table shows the surface area of each of the Great Lakes. So we know that these are the name of the lakes. This is the surface area in square miles, okay? And it's going to be a lot like the assignment that I went over yesterday, or not yesterday, but 2 days ago, where you're going to find one that is greater. Here, let me just walk through it. So number 9, which is greater? The surface area of Lake Superior, so that would be this one right here, or the sum of the surface areas of Lake Michigan and Lake Erie. So here's Lake Michigan and Lake Erie. And so what you're going to do is the sum means the answer to addition problem. So you're going to add those up. This is Lake Michigan and this is Lake Erie. Okay, find their sum. And then you're going to compare it. Whatever your answer is here, you're going to compare it to the surface area of Lake Superior and tell me which one's bigger, okay? And then number 10, which 2 lakes have a combined surface area of 30,313 square miles? So this means you are going to add. So you need to find which 2 lakes, if you added them together, you would get this amount. So you're kind of almost in a way thinking about which numbers might, like what you might round a number to. So I know right away we can get rid of Lake Superior. It's over that amount, right? So we know we're not going to include that one. We know we wouldn't add Huron and Michigan because they're closer to 20,000. Both of those are, right? And if I added 20,000 plus 20,000, that'd be 40,000. So that's over. So add a few of these together and kind of figure out which two would you combine, okay? And that's your homework.